Hello everyone, this is the Austin Driveway Series Cat 3-4 race. This is my first race since COVID-19 and the lockdown started, so I'm very excited. As you could see, we had a very socially distanced start, and my power meter wasn't working for the race, so that's unfortunate. So there's no power data, but it's very hot outside. It's like 99 degrees, I think our car said, so it's hot. Heart rates are going to be high this whole time. They gave us a bit of a neutral start. And then right off the bat, a couple people here move up on the right and attack. I didn't even see them attack, but they went, and it was the same guy who, last time I did this race, won solo in the 4-5. So my dad, who's a teammate, obviously, he attacks to bridge up to them. I thought he was, randomly attacking off the gun, and I wasn't sure why. And I was just, chilling in the pack until we saw them come around this U-turn up here, and then I was like, oh no, it's that same guy, but it was too late at that point, and they were gone. So I was just chilling in the pack, biding my time. Don't really know most of this field because A, we live in Dallas and this is an Austin race, and B, there's been no racing this year, so I don't really know how anyone's form is. But yeah, skip ahead a few laps. My dad's coming back. Was never really planned for him to go into a breakaway. We wanted me or my teammate Seth to get in a break, not him. So yeah, he fell back. So I'm just, rolling. There's maybe 8 or so of us rotating at the front. I'm just taking my pulls. Nothing too special. Not, doing anything crazy. Just, average, hard, but not killing myself pulls through this whole section because I know that they're gone. After the first lap, they already had a 30-second gap. And it was not going to come back. It was evident pretty quickly. But yeah, we're going pretty fast here, 29. On the downhill section, we hit 35 plus. I think we maxed at 38, 39 miles an hour. And that can be pretty tough on junior gears at 130 RPM. But it is what it is. So yeah, pull's done. Skip ahead a bit more. A couple of people attacking up here. This is coming into the downhill section, like I said, so it's not the ideal place for me to be following attacks, but it is what it is. So a couple of people attack. Just don't want to let anything go at this point and make the mistake that I did at the start of the race and not see that move, which is totally my fault. I mean, there's no one to blame but me, but it's too late now. So just rolling with these guys. Nothing too special is happening. They didn't really get anywhere. The entire pack is on my wheel, so there's no point in really driving the pace too much right now and just wasting energy because it's pretty much just going to be a sprint finish for third because those two guys are off the front. So yeah, we sit up. I don't try and go to the front or do anything. Just follow the wheels, conserve energy. Being it's hot outside, heart rate is 192. My max is somewhere in the 200s, so still have a little bit of room to work, but don't want to go too hard and then blow up at the end with it being so hot and not racing in the heat. Here we are a bit later on. I think we're a little over halfway through now. That's my teammate on the left. He's just in a different kit. He starts to roll off the front with another guy, so I'm just kind of sitting on letting him go, seeing what he does. It's unlikely that I'll stay away, but you never know. Here come a couple people going up. Then eventually some more people attack and they start to get a little group. There's my dad going. And then this guy on the right will eventually attack. I'll follow him and just try and make my way up without doing any work so that I don't miss any moves. Come around this corner. I'm on another kid's reel right now who I've raced with before in junior races. We're just in a 3-4 race now. But yeah, so just slowly making my way up to this group. Nothing's really going on. I mean, those two guys are gone, and it's just a race for third, which is likely to end up in a sprint, and I'm obviously not a sprinter, so that's not ideal for me, but I missed the move, so that's what happens. So yeah, we're just going, catch up to this little group here, just kind of sit on, don't really do too much work, still with the teammate. He's on the front right now, so we're just riding along, biding our time. some more people start coming up here. You know, nothing really too special. Let's see, coming up, this is a little punchy hill right here, right before the finish. It's only like 20-30 feet long, but it's pretty steep, so if you don't have the legs to really punch it up right here, then you'll lose a lot of places on the last lap and in the finish. You can see they're everyone's out of the saddle, kind of sprinting up at every lap, trying not to lose too much speed and momentum. So here we are, just riding. You know, we're not really off the front right now. The whole pack's just kind of right there. So there's not really too much to be gained. There, my teammate goes off again. He's off the front by a second or two here, going through this lap. I think there's like 15 minutes to go, so still a long ways out to kind of do a last-minute break, but it is possible. So I'm just riding on this guy's wheel, coming into this kind of chicane, and then U-turn. Not really too important going this direction, but it can be going the other way. Just letting my teammate kind of get out there, see if he gets anything of a gap. This guy kind of jumps to maybe bridge and close down the gap, but I'm just gonna sit on his wheel, not do too much work with my teammate right there. I'm not gonna deliberately chase him down. So there my teammate goes once again. He got caught. We just sat in for a few laps. Now he's attacking again, as you can see. He loves to attack. So yeah, he goes. I'm just chilling on this guy's wheel, trying not to do too much work, save myself. And like I said, it's hot, so if you burn too many matches, you'll be tired going into the finish. So I'm just sitting on this guy's wheel. He's pulling. There's people behind me. But at this point, a solo break is probably not going to work, but he's got a decent gap, my teammate Seth, so he's going for it. I just come around because there's some people attacking on the left or trying to bridge. I just hop on their wheel, follow them, not really doing too much work, not going to chase down my teammate. But yeah, we're in the final lap, so you know, I need to stay at the front to have good positioning for the sprint. You know, there's some corners, so if you're too far back, you don't really have a chance of winning. You got to be right at the front going into that last little hill before the line. So I'm just sitting, trying to surf wheels, stay at the front, but not be on the front. My teammate comes back after this downhill. You know, he's pretty tired. He's been attacking for the last couple laps. So he jumps in behind me. I don't go to the front, just try and surf wheels in the top 5 or so to be well positioned for the sprint. We make the U-turn, start slowly coming back up the hill, just trying to be as fresh as possible for the sprint, not put in too many unneeded efforts in the last lap to hold position if you don't need to. No, don't go to the front. So I'm just sitting on this guy's wheel. The series leader is right in front of me. This guy attacks. I follow him, but he immediately just shuts it down, probably realizing he's not gone anywhere, and that was kind of pointless. So yeah, I'm just sitting in, waiting for the sprint. I'm obviously not a sprinter, but I'll try my best, maybe get a top 5 or something. So just sitting in, trying to stay to the front. Thought my teammate was going to take this wheel, but he ends up not, so that was a little bit miscommunication by us, but we get back on no problem. Coming up to this final little punch of the hill, you know, this is basically where you need to be, right at the front and have good legs. So we punch up here. I end up getting passed by this guy, and one other guy, I think, comes around me. Yeah, right here, he comes around me. So I lost a couple of places right there. Come around these corners, and then it's just a short sprint. So at this point, you know, my heart rate's 200, so I'm pretty much on the limit going into the sprint. Here we are sprinting. I mean, it's a short sprint. It's hard to really make up places, especially when I don't have crazy sprint power. And yeah, so there was. I ended up finishing 7th, 5th in the pack sprint. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing so that you never miss any future uploads. Thanks.